What's up guys, Coyote Works here. Well, I'm just out for a walk this evening and I started thinking about something that I've been wanting to do a video on for a while. So tonight what I thought I'd talk to you guys about is 3 critical things that I think every prepper, survivalist, and bug out junkie should be doing, but many of them aren't. Pretty much every guy I know likes to buy guns and ammo. Everybody's pretty on top of the food preps and the food storage. But the 3 things I wanted to go over with you guys on this trip are 3 things that I think are oftentimes overlooked. And sometimes people get 1 or 2 of the 3, but I think oftentimes people don't do all 3 of them. So the first thing is having multiple plans. I hear a lot of people debating about whether or not bugging out is better than bugging in, talking about bug out locations, bug out vehicles, all of these things. And what I notice is that a lot of people fall into one of the 2 camps. They either are a bug out fan or they're a bug in fan. So the first thing on my list of 3 things that every prepper, survivalist, and bug out junkie should be doing is having multiple plans. It's not just about having one plan. If the inevitable SHTF scenario happens, it's very likely that we won't get to choose what those circumstances are. So the position we'll be in is we'll have to adapt to the circumstances that are presented to us. And our best chance for being able to overcome a broad-scale natural disaster, total collapse, something like that, is by having multiple plans. So for me, what you guys see on my channel is mostly all about my bug out plan. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is I protect my home. That's my sanctity. And so I don't show videos of my home. I don't show videos of where I live, and I don't show videos of the kind of preps that I do in my home. But I have a multi-tiered plan. If a certain set of circumstances occurs and I can, of course I will stay in my house, I will bug in. But if something happens and that's not a viable option, then I need to have the ability to be able to bug out. So plan A is bug in and stay in my home. Plan B is bug out in my vehicle. But if something were to happen, like a lot of the guys like to talk about the EMP event, if an EMP event occurs, then likely my vehicle won't work. So plan C is to grab my pack and head out on foot. So that's about as specific about my plans, other than what you see on my channel, I'm willing to get into on YouTube. But the point is, you gotta have multiple plans. So the first item on the list of 3 things is to have multiple plans. Have a plan, have a secondary plan, and have a tertiary plan. So the second thing that every prepper, survivalist, and bug out junkie should be doing is acquiring skills at least as fast as you're acquiring supplies and gear. I see people focus way too much time and energy and money on supplies at the expense of devoting time to learning how to use the stuff and learning how to be effective with it. If you have supplies in your home and you have gear in your home, let's say you have things like alternative heat sources, alternative water sources, alternative lighting, you should be running drills occasionally to deploy all that stuff, use it, to operate with it, understand what it's like to be inside your home with just the minimal amount of artificial backup light that you might have access to in the event of an extended power shortage. Go ahead and use whatever your method of cooking and preparing food in your home in the event of a loss of power. Go ahead and one evening gather the family up and turn off all the lights, shut the main breaker off, and fix dinner out of your stuff that you plan on using in the event of a major disaster. Every piece of gear that you depend on for an emergency situation, you should have practiced using. You should have used that piece of gear at least once, and preferably multiple times. One of the reasons why this is so important is because in an emergency or a disaster or a SHTF situation, when you actually have to use that gear or perform those tasks with it, you will likely be under a high degree of stress. You'll probably be in low or failing light. There's a lot of factors that will already be there to inhibit your ability to be able to perform at optimum. So you at least need to have some practice so you'll have some muscle memory and some memory and knowledge of the procedures that go along with your gear and your supplies. So again, the second thing on the list of things that every prepper, survivalist, bug out junkie should be doing, but probably aren't, is acquiring skills at least as fast as you're acquiring supplies and gear. And the third thing for my list today that every prepper, survivalist, and bug out junkie should be doing, but probably aren't, is networking and building relationships. Building relationships with people who have different but complementary skill sets that you might be able to team up with or combine resources with in the event of an emergency. Building relationships with people of influence in the community you live in, maybe somebody that works for the power company, maybe somebody that works for the city water, for any kind of public services. You should be building relationships. You can't have a strong enough, big enough network. People are the single biggest multiplier that you can have. So the more relationships you have with people, not necessarily just people that you can trust. Of course you need your close circle. Of course you need your teammates that you can trust beyond any shadow of a doubt. But you also should create relationships with as many people as possible that you may not plan on sharing things with, but they may be of use or of value to you in the event that something happens. Think about how valuable it would be to know somebody who was familiar with the city water and sewer system. Think about somebody, how valuable it would be to have a good relationship with someone in the law enforcement community or someone in public works. Those kinds of relationships provide you access to information, and information is going to be invaluable. Most people walk through life with their heads in the sand, and they stay pretty focused on what it takes for them to get to the next task that's in front of them. They stay pretty narrowly focused on their own day-to-day lives, and they fail to create relationships and gather information from the world around them. Don't make that mistake. So the third and final thing on the list that you should be doing is networking and building relationships. Look around you in your community. Think about what resources are there, and think about who it might be valuable for you to know or have a relationship with.
So that's it. That's my thoughts on 3 things that every prepper, survivalist, and bug out junkie should be doing but probably aren't. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and if you did enjoy it, please take the time to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Coyote Works, out.